Hey everyone, I'm Anna Huthmaker with Huthmaker Violins, and we're still carrying on with our Student Stuck at Home video series. I've pledged to do videos every school day until the end of the year, and today, if you've been following us, you know the last couple of videos were how to tune your string bass and how to tune your cello. Today we're going to talk about how to tune your violin and your viola. So the first thing I do want you to do is get your cell phone or borrow your parents with their permission and get yourself a tuner app. There's a million of them. They're free, they're easy to use, and that's going to make your life a lot easier from the very, very beginning. So I stole my mom's phone when she wasn't paying attention, and I put a tuner app on her phone. You can see it's kind of jumping around because I'm talking so much. And these tuner apps, they do two things. They're really wonderful. They will actually measure pitch, which is what it's doing right now, where I'll play a note and it will tell me what note I'm playing and if it's too high or too low. It will also play the pitch. So if you want to know what it sounds like, that's kind of quiet. I've got my volume turned down, but that's an A. But today we're going to measure pitch. So once you have one of these tuner apps, the secret to getting it to work really well for you is to draw your bow nice and smoothly. And this is going to tell you, I'm not sure if I can do this correctly. Let's see. Now, do you see it tells me I'm playing an open G string and it's pretty in tune. Ignore the bouncing bow. I'm a cellist and a bass player, so this violin is very small for me. And it's great. It just magically knows what note I'm playing. Now, if you go to play your G string and it does not say G, you're pretty far off and we need to fix that. But for right now, we're going to assume and hope that your instrument's just a little bit off. So, for instance, what if I got a little carried away and I played that G again? Can you see how the needle is below the G? I know my G is too low. So I'm going to use my fine tuner. The fine tuners are just what they say. They're just supposed to change the pitch just a little bit. And you just turn them in like you're screwing a screw in to a wall. And once I've done that, I'm closer. You see how it's closer? I'm going to go up a little higher. I think I got a hair too high that time, but you can see how well that works. And you can see that if my violin is just a little off, this is a piece of cake to do. I can use my 4 fine tuners. I can tune each string individually. I will give you fair warning, it doesn't work quite as well if you pluck the string. There's too many overtone series in the notes, so use your bow, nice long smooth bows. Now, if you don't have a tuner and you need to start with an A, you can get yourself a nice tuning fork. I love my tuning forks. You can go online, and there's all kind of online tuners you can get on your laptop or your desktop computer. If you have a piano or a keyboard, you can get a good A. But these tuner apps are really wonderful, and they're very, very helpful. But now, what do we do if you're way off? Now it's a whole nother bag of worms. What's the saying? A bag of hammer, can of worms. That's what it is. Now you're going to have to use your pegs. The thing I want you to know about pegs, a little teeny tiny turn changes the pitch a lot. And if you go just over the pitch the string is supposed to be, it will break. This is where if your best friend comes over and says, I play the guitar, let me tune your violin, you go, danger, Will Robbins, danger, no, no, no. Guitar pegs and gears, completely different than violin pegs. People that know how to tune a guitar cannot tune a violin, and usually vice versa. So tuning your violin with your pegs takes a while. If you're stuck at home and can't go see your teacher, be patient. Try it, but just try it a little bit at a time and do your best. So the secret to this peg business, and I'm going to assume you still have a tuner, and that your tuner will tell you when you're going to get close to the pitch, but there's 2 things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is constantly pluck the string that you're going to tune And you do that by holding it, the neck in your hand. And normally I would prop this on something. Don't let it float out in the air like this. That's just for the sake of the video. And then as I tune, I can hear where the pitch is going. Now your tuner will help you know where that pitch is supposed to be. Pretend you don't have any idea what a D is supposed to sound like. You can make your tuner play a D. Also, when you go to tune, always start by going down, then up, down, then up. Never just go up. It's just too easy to go a little too far and snap that string. The last thing I need you to know about your pegs is that they are pressure fit. So they're actually shaped like a cone, kind of like an ice cream cone, but not quite that extreme. And if you just turn the peg, if you just turn it, but you don't press it in, push it in, it's not gonna catch, it's not gonna hold. It'll just let go. If you get very frustrated because you're turning and turning and it just won't stick, you're not turning and pushing in at the same time. So this is just kind of like also putting a screw into a wall. You've got to turn and push at the exact same time. And you want to get close. I got pretty darn close. Ooh, not close enough, but now, see, I'm really low, but now I'm close enough that I can use the tuner and the fine tuner to get it in tune. Now we're cooking with gas. So, also remember one thing. Due to the nature of the instrument, you will almost always be turning these fine tuners in, raising the pitch higher. As a result, at some point you're going to run out of real estate. You're going to be able to not go any further. When that happens, you got to undo the fine tuner all the way and use your peg to bring it up closer to pitch. Remember what I said. This is tricky. It's hard, especially if you're a young musician. Be patient. Get one of your parents to help you. Watch this video over and over and over. And good luck with it. If you have any questions, give me a call. We're closed, but I'm still here sometime. Or you can shoot me an email. Go to huthmakerviolins.com and I'll answer any questions you have about tuning your violin. Thank you so much. Don't forget to thank your orchestra teacher for all the work they're putting into your at-home learning. Now, go practice.